year is entitled, Can one ask another Jew or a Gentile to do work? To do work for himself when he accepts early Shabbat. In the summertime now, many of us make Shabbat early. Much easier to have a meal, especially for the younger children. And we accept Shabbat. So let's see, Parshat Shlach. Early Shabbat was 6 o'clock. Sunset was almost 2 hours later. So could a person go ahead, finish davening, let's say 7 o'clock, come home, realizes left some lights on, lights were off, light in the fridge wasn't turned off, and say to the neighbor, a Jewish neighbor, hey, you're just going on your way out to shul, please stop in, can you just turn off the light? Can you turn off the air conditioner, etc.? And what about to a Gentile? So one might say that to another Jew, you could ask him to do work for you on that time period, but not to a Gentile. To another Jew, there is no halacha. The rabbis didn't make a prohibition called Amir Yehudi, asking Yehudi to do work. They just didn't do that. A Jew can't do malacha, and another Jew can't do malacha. And if you have a funny case where you accepted Shabbat early, then fine, ask him to help you out. But a guy, there's a prohibition called Amir al-Akum, asking a Gentile to do work for you. So it is a good svara. The fact is, from halacha, at the end of Reish Samech Gimel in Orach Chaim, the Ramah says that a Jew can ask a Jew to do malacha when he accepted Shabbat early. And in the beginning of Reish Samech Aleph, the Ramah says over there, a Jew can ask a Gentile to do malacha if he accepted Shabbat early. It's not halacha for a Jew or asking a guy. It's halacha in Tosefet Shabbat. When one goes ahead and adds onto Shabbat, it's a beautiful mitzvah to add onto Shabbat. It's wonderful. And it's a mitzvah d'oraita from the Torah according to many. But it is a positive mitzvah, mitzvah aseh, to add onto Shabbat. It doesn't have the full bite, the full prohibition of regular Shabbat, where one who violates it would be chayav, obligated, in a beit din, even the death penalty. It's a serious, serious time, Tosefet Shabbat, adding on to Shabbat. And a person must observe it, obviously, once they accepted it. But it's not the same as regular Shabbat. Therefore, when the rabbis set up the gezerah of asking people to do malacha for you, whether it be a Jew or a Gentile, they didn't prohibit it during this additional time period. So therefore, when one makes early Shabbat, one could go and ask a Jew or a Gentile to do malacha for you. Of course, obviously be prepared before you accept Shabbat and have everything ready and set up. One shouldn't be cavalier about it. But if for whatever reason something was missed, a person can go ahead and ask a Jew or a Gentile to do work for you during that period. Shalom.